See more than the moment, they said. Try the GF100-200, they said. This could be very interesting. We've got this massive hood which actually has a little port so you can access your filters easier. If we just flick over here, we can see typical snap caps. There's a protector on there at the moment, and on the back, nice, well-built GF mount. We do have this tripod collar here. I'm not sure if it's that flexible really, because there's no little points for it to stop off, but it's there, it's handy, it works, and it's a nice little click and it's in. So as you can see, the 100-200 all internal, that's giving you a full frame equivalent of 79-158mm, angle of view 30.6 degrees to 15.6 degrees. There's 9 aperture blades, 20 elements in 13 groups, a lot of glass. Over here we've got that typical Fujifilm quality aperturing with this one. It goes from a interesting 5.6 to the standard 32 with the A on the click and the C mode there, so it's all good to go. We've got a closest focusing distance of 60 centimeters at the widest to 160 centimeters at the telephoto. As you probably saw at the top, 67mm filter thread. You've got that big fat lens hood, of course. Importantly, this thing is weather resistant. It, as you can imagine, weighs a bit. It's 1,050 grams, packs in 5-stop image stabilization, and costs roughly £1,799. So yeah, let's see how we get on with it. After some use then, it's a very flexible lens, give or take the slow aperture and the fairly limited range it offers. It is very well built, it's easy to use, and when it comes to handling and performance, basically it's everything you should expect from a GF mount lens from Fujifilm themselves. Of course, as you can see, it's kind of big, it's relatively heavy, but the OIS really helps me using this handheld in various situations, especially over a decent period of time when things start to get a bit more tiresome, you know. Now, I didn't test out the dust and the water resistance per se, but it all seems to be the typical Fujifilm level of quality, you know, so I'd be confident to use this in more challenging environments. But if you've already done so, let us know how you've got on in the comments below. Now, autofocus is a big one. It's fast, it's accurate. Even on the GFX50S2 that I've been using, not a problem at all. Center sharpness is excellent, wide open across the range, and in the corners at 100. Yeah, it's really good, but it does improve somewhat towards, say, 150, and once you get to 200, interestingly, it's basically spot on. As for the aperture, stopping down a touch, as usual, gets you the best, but wide open is perfectly fine, perfectly excellent, let's say, for me. Now, the lens does exhibit minor vignetting wide open, but there's no visible distortion nor fall off, so that is excellent, as this could be a decent portrait or daytime event, walkabout lens perhaps. You know, even though it's only f5.6, it has to be said that the bokeh is smooth, it's clean, it's nice and soft where it needs to be. Overall then, the lens produces excellent image quality and works well to render the colours the Fujifilm way that you and I love to see. At £1,799 then, I'd say it's a very nice lens. If you're happy with the limited range and that aperture, everything else is excellent. One thing worth mentioning is you can use the 1.4 times teleconverter, which will give you that extra bit of reach, but of course you'd be down to a maximum aperture of f8. If that's okay with you, you have a great time with this lens. For me, were I to invest in this system, it might not be my first choice, purely based on my preference for faster apertures, but you know, if there's a bargain to be had, why not, I'd say. What about you then? Have you used this lens? Let us know in the comments below. Until then, take it easy. See you soon.